Okay, so welcome back from the break. You're still watching a 10-minute review Friday edition of the show. My name is Desi Fade, and I'm here with Helen K. Today, I mentioned earlier, we're looking at 2023 hit songs and the metrics, the measurements, all of those things, how our artists are performing on there. So joining us on the table of light today, I think for the very first time for both of them, right? Yes, so Bright ASHONG KATAI, I didn't know that was his real name though. On Facebook, he uses so maybe like that, but he's here with us. He's a music enthusiast. He's an A&R. He's a lot of things. But for the purpose of today, he said we should do music researcher. So, Bright, good afternoon. Welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. Yeah.
And he's part of the Olive the Boy, you know, the whole...
I'm a fan.
Yeah, fun.
I'm a fan of
okay. And also... This gentleman, if you follow him on Facebook, you know he's on there like 247. Eric TOSCAR is also here. He's also a music researcher, enthusiast, everything about music. He also has, knowledge in there. TOSCAR, welcome.
Bro, thank you.
This is the first time on the table.
Yeah, on the table. I've been in your studios a couple of times, but sitting here, that's my first time.
Okay, fantastic. Good to have you gentlemen joining us. So let's begin with, there's something that I put together. So I was looking at the chat metrics. That bit that talked about the top 5 artists, who are the most listened to from Ghana in the first half of the year, that is 2023. So you see that on your screen. You have Olive the Boy on there, and then there's Kim Promise comes second in there, and Black Cherry, Camido,
Jackie,
and Kitty. So this came up earlier this year when Olive the Boy, his song blew and it was everywhere. So that's from Chat Metrics, right? So I put together some songs that I thought have been good so far this year. So let's begin with what we have. My producer can put that on. So I thought that Banzi Banero, his song Hosanna, released earlier this year, has been picking up in this part of 2023. And I don't need you gentlemen to agree with me on this one. I'll also ask you your top 5 hit songs so far this year. So that's Banzi Banero. You know his song. He's been on the show before. Right. Hosanna getting nearer.
Hosanna getting nearer. I don't want to hear my voice.
I don't know the other one. Yeah. Okay. So that's him there. Let's move on to the next one. So Black Sherif. For him, I was looking at 2023. He hasn't released the project yet. Yeah. So it's songs from his album last year that are still making the gains in 2023. So from the Villain I Never Was album that was released last year, 2022, Black Sherif still banging in 2023. Let's move on. And then Jackie's song with JB, Scar, also released earlier this year, had been making the waves quite a lot on social media and also on the digital platforms. So one of the songs that I thought, okay, they're part of the... You agree with that?
Yeah. It's a beautiful song, but I think how I expected it to go, it's not really going that way, but then still it's cut for, songs that are in the trends this 2023. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. And this one, Olive the Boy, Good Sin, released in 2023. And for this song, we all know. The magic that it has done over the past month since it was released. And of course, congratulations to him on his new deal with Sony Music. And so Olive the Boy, also Good Sin, making the top of the charts also. And this one from Kim Promise, Terminator, released earlier this year, also everywhere, blown everywhere.
So blowing like crazy.
Yeah, with a dance also.
Right.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now moving on to the next. Okay, that's it. But I think that I'd put together Nasi also. We'll find a way in there. But I had to bring in the Gospel Fraternity before. I had to be just okay with that. So Nasi, I put that one also in there. That it's one of the songs from Ghana that has really, really blown up there. You can also consider Stone Boys into the future.
Right. I saw Kitty Liquors there as well.
But
he put this in there.
Okay, so that's Nasi.
Okay.
Asida.
Yeah.
2023 released, and it's also doing very, very well on the streaming platforms there. So let's get back in here and let me start with you, Tosca. The top 5 songs for 2023.
Mine.
Top 5.
So Terminator, Good Sin, Scar, Into the Future, put Asida at 5.
Asida, minus C. Okay. Right?
Well, I might do more than 5 because when you look at the songs we've had in the first quarter of the year, 5 will be much of an understatement.
Okay.
So I'll be doing Terminator by King Promise. I'll do Olive the Boy, Good Sin. I'll do Stone Boy, Into the Future. Banzi Banero, Hosanna. Then Asida. Then DJ Bentoa.
Okay.
Yeshua.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's an actual song.
Yeah, it's a song. No, okay, so
No,
looking at the minutes.
But we will consider it as a song. But then it is not like a song
A
that
song
you know,
from
like
an artist, yeah.
an artist has gone to a studio
Yeah.
to record. It's just a rhythm.
Yeah, and I considered it because of the number of minutes it's had. Because if it was to be an actual TikTok trend activator, I was expecting it to have a lesser minute, but then it's just close to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I consider it a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
I think that for all of us, we have almost like four
same, yeah.
Right.
songs,
Similarities.
similarities in there as to the top 5.
Yeah.
But now let's get into it. For the songs that you have mentioned, why do you think that they need to be in there as hit songs for 2023 so far?
They say numbers don't lie. First off, if you look at the songs I mentioned Terminator, Good Sin, Aseda, Into the Future. 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at these songs, you check their numbers on the DSPs, the streaming platforms, the charts they've peaked in Ghana and outside Ghana. It is like, it is evident in your eyes. You can see, and you feel it on the streets, on your phone when you are scrolling on your timeline. You see the reviews, not just on TikTok, but on other social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook. You see somebody writing will write something about the song.
Okay.
These are some of the metrics that you can use to determine that this is a hit song.
Okay.
Not just the stream, because sometimes streams can be bought.
Okay.
And when the streams are bought, you won't feel the real effects on the streets.
Okay.
When I say on the streets, I mean on the social media, the pub, your favorite pub, or the TV, your favorite channel. They are not playing it.
Okay.
But then on iTunes, you see it. I know one song. I know one guy, actually, not one guy who's been appearing on iTunes top 10 consistently. But literally no one knows him in Ghana. And he's in Ghana.
Hey.
Wow.
Toscar, who is that? iTunes. Let me check it.
I don't know if he's on today, but he's been appearing. And if I should use Ghana, the chat metric, if I want to use a streaming platform to determine the listenership of Ghana, I will use Boomplay. I will not use iTunes.
Okay.
Boomplay and not Geomark.
Okay.
That is where most Ghanaians stream their song for. They add the music lovers or the fans who put money into the package of the artist. I mean, over here, artists make money from shows.
Okay.
Not really streams. So those who go to the shows and all those stuff, most of them listen to songs on Boomplay and Audiomack. When you go on Audiomack and Boomplay, you hardly, all the songs you've mentioned, you'll see them in the top 10 songs.
Yeah.
You see them in the trending list. When you go on iTunes, you see them missing. The iTunes doesn't reflect the real Ghanaian listenership.
Okay.
You have a lot of foreigners, in quotes, living here who use iTunes.
Okay.
iTunes, the way you use iTunes is you subscribe with your Visa card or any e-transaction.
Okay.
Yes. The ordinary Ghanaian doesn't have that. The ordinary Ghanaian, bro, let's not lie to ourselves.
The ordinary Ghanaian does not.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we have is more money. Nigerian.
Yeah.
When you watch their skits, you see, give me your account number.
Yeah.
When you trim, he has it here. Me, I don't know my account number. I have 2 accounts. I don't know my account number. I have to look for it and mention it to you. But here, we don't deal in such things. Even POS Sky, we don't do it here.
Okay.
So if you should use iTunes as the steady for Ghana listenership, we always fail. So sometimes when I see people saying iTunes top 10, there's no Ghanaian. Bro, the Ghanaians don't use it. Ghanaians don't use it. If you want where Ghanaians use Boomplay, use Audiomack.
Okay.
And now Spotify.
Spotify also coming in. Okay. So, Brian, so let me come to you and also ask that if we are looking at the top 5 songs, as he was saying, in Ghana, usually when the metrics are done, they are done across the five major streaming platforms. And people also talk about the fact that, as he said, that some of them, they are, in quotes, non-Ghanaian in that sense. So when you open those platforms, you see a lot of foreign songs there and all that. So the Boomplay is in there. But I've also been looking at playlisting and how it helps with our acts getting on these metrics and making sure that they are up the charts. As you engage the ordinary, musician and music executives, do they understand, what playlisting is and what it can do to help show their numbers up?
Okay, so for playlisting, it works in various ways. Okay. For me, I will understand what playlisting is and what I would want from a specific playlist. Maybe the normal Ghanaian, as he also said, or a normal person on the street, will just go on a DSP with a particular song in mind, not necessarily to go to a playlist. He goes on, he's heard that there is a song by Olive the Boy, Good Sin, and that's what he's looking at, going to search for Good Sin. But then the impact of playlists is, we have 2 types of playlists. We could have others, but then the main ones are the editorial and the user-generated or the algorithmic playlist. Okay. So the editorial is what maybe the DSP, that is Apple Music,
Boomplay,
Audiomack,
Spotify.
Their curators put together for you as a playlist. So you may go there, you might see New Music Friday. That one is the algorithmic playlist. That one looks at the songs which are being released on Friday and they put it together. After Friday, it might go back. The impact of playlist on songs is that every playlist has its reach, the number of people it serves. So as you are included in the playlist, you are also expecting some returns from the reach it has. If a playlist has a reach of 2 million, you are also expecting to get a minimum of maybe 100K to that 2 million. It gives you a range. But then your position on the playlist matters. Because it's last time I don't know if I could say, but I was likening it to maybe, let's say, a sex marathon. Okay. Or something of that sort. If you are to serve, or let's just say, if there is a queue and people are to be served, the service that will be rendered to the first and second person will differ from the service that will be rendered to the 45th person. Because with time, human behavior changes. So if I'm on a certain playlist and it has 45 songs, after listening to the first 15, my behavior might change. The mood I set into to go listen to might change.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are some of the effects the playlist has on the song.
That's quite interesting, but I want to get back to you. You see, we're talking about these songs that are out there. We mentioned at least 5 of them. How are these songs able to get to their top 5 or top 10, or people get to listen to it? Is it the beats that makes the difference? How are they able to do it?
Actually, making a hit song,
right.
That's how I see your question to be. Making a hit song is not. There's no template actually, but then finding the connection with the listeners is.
Okay.
So if you are able to find something, if you are able to do a song that when after you release, you hear people like, yo, this is it. That's when you find the connection.
Okay.
Can Promise has songs that are not hits. Same as Nasi, same as Banzi Bonero is a new artist. He has about 10 songs already. But he found his connection with Hosanna. Olive the Boy. He released an EP, Havana, right?
Yeah, Havana.
Havana. And Good Sin is the only song we are talking about. The other songs on it, The other songs that if you listen, you might be like, I said, you hear the same good sing.
Good sing.
But then it is what the masses like, and finding the connection to them is the thing. And then, fortunately or unfortunately, there are some artists who have the system or the structure that connects to the audience. And there are some who doesn't have it. There are some artists, there's a saying that upcoming artists also do better songs like established artists.
I saw you write something on that.
Yes, it is there. It is true. But then, if you've not found a connection, you are not there.
Okay.
If you've not found a connection, you are not there. And then there's TikTok now or social media now that can help you with maybe nyame vibes. That can help you blow with maybe nyame vibes. And then there's the intentional effort. That is you going through the system, going to interviews, paying people to play your song, being on playlists, being on shows, trying to get there. That is when you are making appearances. Yes.
Okay.
So when you do all this and you are unable to get it, because earlier when I was talking about Jackie's Car, that I feel is a beautiful song, it's out there. But then the way I personally expected it to be up there, to be hitting, it's not really doing that for me. So what could be wrong?
Yes. So with sometimes with like songs, albums or projects, there are times when you release a song, a single or a song, it catches fire, boom.
Okay.
Like Jackie's single, Scar. When it was released, boom, it was everywhere. Then after some time, it started dropping. There are some songs that takes time to grow on the audience. And when it gets up there, it is there, and it will be there for long.
Yeah.
An example is Terminator.
Or even Asida.
Yes, or even Asida.
But then could it also be that she's not accustomed to that part of Jackie? Because Jackie has created a niche for herself.
So I'm coming to there. Jackie's Scar is not a typical Jackie song.
Okay.
So you wouldn't expect a Jackie fan or the masses who know Jackie for what Jackie is. My mind day for you. Vibes to listen to. Running around the sky on my head, which is hard.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Which is hard. It is drill. Opedru eti obeti asaka. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
But then, if the person is in a mood, like he was saying, if the person is in a mood to listen to drill songs and the person goes on a playlist, the person might find Scar on it. That is when, if you are not a Jackie fan, and you listen to Scar, you'll be like, oh, you love Jackie. But then, if you should go and listen to the other song, you'll be like, no, I don't like this kind.
No, but also to keep songs high up there for everybody to enjoy for a very long time, there's an effort of promotion. And for me, I think that with this one, she had been in the UK for a very long time.
Yeah, they slept on the promotion.
That's what I think. Yeah. Because even with the sniper that came out earlier, for me also when I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, this is quite different. And it caught on for a while on social media, on TikTok, and then like we didn't hear about it anymore. Like Scar just vanished like that. True. Unlike Terminator, where there are lots of dance challenges, a lot of people were doing that. So it brings me to the bit of promotion in helping maintain your song at that level. Apart from doing the traditional doing TV, radio, promos and all that, there are other interesting ways of pushing your song to the very top. And I'm sure that is what has helped Goodson, Terminator. For Black Ozone, it's very different because he doesn't really promote the song like that. It's like there's a core love for his song, or you disagree with me?
So he's at the stage of his career where everything he does will pick up.
Mujamono. I call him Mujamono.
Yeah. Until he reaches the point where marginally people would expect more from him. But for now, and that's how it is. When you look at how Shatta started, Kolegono Ninja, like from that part, whatever Shatta did, it picked fire. And so it gets to a time he would have to redefine himself to meet the market.
Yeah, bro, but I get you on that point also. But then it is not, that doesn't apply to every artist. There are 1. Some blasts are important. Yes. Yeah, some blasts are important. There are some people who will, like the Shatter example, we didn't have anyone like that till Blacko. Till Blacko. The other ones, they get a hit song. The next one, I think Kwesiata had it for a while.
Yeah, because he had the genuine love for the people.
Kwesiata had it. The other ones. But then there are some artists like A-list artists, big artists that I know that when they release, their manager will pick a phone and call a promoter, a radio presenter. Yo, Charlie, release you, play the song for me. Like you here. I've done it with you before.
Yeah.
Like you, push the song, talk about the song for me. It is there. There's some established artists do that.
Yeah.
But like what he said, at a point with Black Sheriff, there will be a time that he would have to push in hard, in quotes, pushing hard. He's pushing, it's not that he's not pushing. He released a song 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He released 2 songs 2 days ago. And we've seen a performance video because the video is not ready. And before he released the song, we saw a video of like he did a video, a promotional video to promote the project Love Yourself Blacko, where he was talking to a sea god. Yes, that's generating conversation about himself and anticipation of it.
Okay.
And he knows that vibe, that video can't be played on a radio station. It can be played on social media and all those stuff.
Okay.
So you do it, you get the people, in quotes, your influencers, the people you know that they connect to your fans to post it for you. It's not every influencer. Yes, let me bring in this. It's not every influencer that connects to the kind of music you do.
That's another bit of it you're bringing in.
You are doing raga, and you bring me your song, and I post it. Maybe my fans, my followers, and then most of them are Afrobeat lovers. Me myself, I'm an Afrobeat lover. Before hip hop comes second, you might not get the engagement or what you want, and then you feel like I didn't do the job well.
Okay.
But then you didn't.
you didn't survey well.
Exactly.
And it may even bring back negative feedback to you. I don't like it in the first place. So if he has 100K people coming across the song, you have maybe 50 of them or 50K of them coming and be like,
what's
this? Although your product might be good, but where you placed it.
And it's the same on radio and TV too. The time you would want, they're like paying a DJ. In the afternoon, let's say mid-morning, you can't go and put a hip-hop song around mid-morning.
Yeah, true.
Yes. All of these things are some of the things that...
Some of the things that needs to be, pointed out. Helen,
but I mean, can we even give a classical example of Sarkodie, who over the years, over a decade, most of his songs are hits without much effort. Sometimes we don't know what happened behind it. Maybe he does some promotions here and there and all that. But then his songs are almost all the time hits. So he hasn't gotten to the stage where people expect him to do much more, or like how you're saying, okay, Blacko is still new and all. So what of that? Okay,
so with Sarkodie, I quite remember when he released one of his songs with Can Promise. I think about Me or Can't Let You Go.
Can't Let You Go. Yeah, that's the title.
I think one of those songs. I was with. He's the example I cited as a manager calling.
Okay.
Yes, his manager. I saw his manager call. I was with the radio presenter and I saw a phone call from his manager telling him, tomorrow we are releasing the song. I'm putting it in your mail. Please play it for me in the morning. So like they have a system where that's when the system comes to connecting to the fan.
Okay.
So they have a system where they know how to broadcast, in quotes, broadcast their songs for it to get to the fans.
Okay.
Yes. And then they have a fan base. A core fan base that activates it online.
Online for them. Yeah. Okay.
Someone like Sarkodie, no matter what, you cannot defeat him on Twitter. Unless Sarkodie himself goofs.
Right.
Yeah. And his fans are annoyed. His fans control the streets. Most of the Twitter top influential guys are his fans. Jai Jimmy, Asedumans, Charlie, all of them. And these guys push. But then of late, his songs are not banging like.
Yeah. I get that. So when we, I want us to move and do individual songs from the list that we did. I saw your write-up on Good Sin.
Good Sin.
What did the magic for Good Sin since it was released? Because initially, I'm sure everyone on this table or people watching us would agree that when Good Sin was released or when the Havana EP was released, we probably didn't know about it. But I don't know how Good Sin got out of that EP and started trending on social media. What did the magic for Good Sin?
It was same with me. When Havana was released, I remember posting about it the day of releasing.
Okay.
I posted about it. But then after 2 weeks, I had not seen any momentum from the songs on the EP.
Okay.
It was just, everything was quiet. But then I think the next time I saw, the song was making waves on TikTok.
Okay.
And let's not kid ourselves, TikTok has grown to be one of the, or not just one, the primary activator of our songs in Ghana now across board. Because once you get it right on TikTok, there is that probability that you will get it across other social media platforms and translate that traffic to your DSPs. So I would say it was intentionality, how intentional he was about the song. When the song was released, I saw Olive the Boy do a Jama version of the song. He did the Plejo version. He did various versions, and that was to tap into different fans.
Okay.
Because I would like the Jama, you might like the Plejo version. Other one will just love the acoustic version.
Okay.
It's all just to create an experience with the listener or the viewer and get them to follow up on the song. So intentionality is key. Intentionality is key.
It's about being intentional about the song
Yeah.
and pushing the song. But how is there a way for an artist to know that the people will like the song?
Actually, there is, if you are following your back end reviews.
Okay.
So when the songs are uploaded onto the stores and everything, like an EP or an album,
Okay.
see the song that is performing well. See the song that is performing well. And then with TikTok like this, when the song, because now they add the audio tag on it, if 2 people use your song, you see it that 2 people have used your song.
Oh, okay.
So from there, you can know, oh, okay, this song is rising from the album. And then there's Shazam.
Okay. And that's why his song was the most Shazam song.
Yes.
Okay.
And like the versions he was talking about. So the version that helped was the speed up version.
Oh, yeah.
was
The faster one.
DWP used it.
Yes.
And just then.
So Endurance
Endurance
Grand used it, created a dance for it. And then people followed suit on TikTok. And then he himself was also doing it.
Okay.
He didn't leave it for the masses.
Okay.
There was even that, I think, TikTok effects. They would have some effects where your pictures will be showing.
Yeah.
So all those things. And those things are not things that he did. Like they were activated. It was intentional. They wanted to do something for you to wake up and say, okay, what can I do with Olive the Boy's song today?
Yeah.
Maybe it's your birthday, it's your lover's birthday. This is what the effect you would want to use the song with. So that's how you create the intentionality.
But talking about being intentional and all that, have there been times people have not been intentional about their songs? They probably are laid back, but then at the end of the day, it picks up and then it becomes a hit.
One corner.
I think with One Corner,
Right.
yes, that's true though.
Yeah.
But yeah, with One Corner, there's some. It came with a dance challenge before this dance
But
challenge
then
came.
you see, if we ask Patapa how One Corner blew today,
Yeah,
if
that's right.
if we are talking about intentionality, I expect the person to explain the dynamics of what made the song a hit to me. So if Olive the Boy is sitting here right now, and we asked him, Olive the Boy, how did your song become a hit? Yes, you will say they might not know, but then they will tell you, oh, we placed it here, we placed it there, we placed it there. If you ask Patapa how One Corner became a hit,
He can tell you.
You see that? Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But then, yes, but then I want to add up to it.
Yeah.
Yes, it just blew up with the Nyambetre vibes, you know. And then,
I like that vibe.
and then, luckily for him too, he had a dance challenge.
Yeah.
Luckily for him,
Yeah.
he had a dance challenge. But a song like Nyenye,
Okay.
didn't have a dance.
And even even that one at that time, I'm not sure there were DSPs like that that were.
There were DSP, but there wasn't TikTok for that dance challenge.
Okay, to get on. Okay,
yes,
okay.
But there were DSPs. But then free download was on
lot,
the higher.
yeah,
Yes, it was very high.
True.
And then it comes back to like an example of the Jackie thing. Somebody like Article 1 with the Ngenge. Article 1 is actually a dancehall artist.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually a dancehall artist. He raga. He will raga.
Yeah.
But he has been doing it. He went off back home with Ngenge. I control, see them follow, and boom, it was everywhere.
And that was the same thing with Luther.
Yes. And now accepting him as who he is became difficult for him.
Or a raga person became very difficult.
But people want more of that since they know him.
So sometimes he had to damage down and do songs like Fire Buhundim. And even feature Patapa. One more time. True. He had to damage down. But then, as an artist, your inner self or your craft, will always be pushing you to do what you are.
Okay.
And that is when sometimes it affects them because to me, what he really
wants to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So on that Patapa note, I want us to switch to King Promise because I know Terminator. There are lots of talks about Terminator that it's because it's King Promise, and even initially when it was released, I said, then I think when the dance came in, and it just caught fire.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, so with Can Promise Terminator, what I observed and saw about it was that before it was released, I actually heard it on radio.
Okay.
I actually heard it on radio before the song was released. I heard it on radio twice. The second time was when I was going to for VGMS. So the Uber going, and I was like, So I picked my phone, Shazammed it, not available. I actually thought it was out, not available. Then I went to search for it, not available. Like nothing, it is not there.
Find it.
VGM stage, there comes King Promise. First song performance, Terminator. To about 2 million Ghanaians in quotes, watching the eyeballs that were watching VGM.
Intentionality.
Yes. Watching Terminator. Boom. I come home, social media, King Promise with Dance God. Una ooh. With DJ Breezy. Una ooh. Videos like going all over. Right. But still, the song is not out. And then people start talking about the dance challenge. This is one of the best dance challenges. And now the songs comes out. We see Dance God moving with popular figures, not just Ghanaians, doing the dance challenges with them. We see King Promise himself doing dance challenges with almost every day.
Everybody that he meets.
Every day. King Promise, before releasing the song, had more than 20 videos of him doing Una Au.
So that's actually what he said.
Una Au.
Abina, call me later.
Okay. So that's the intentionality about it.
Okay.
So you spend more time on our phones than on TV. The song had actually entered us in our brain, everything before the video came out. Months before the video came out, and in a remix with Young John.
The remix,
the remix it wasn't down to entertain us.
Okay, I remember Kiddy saying that the original is for you, but usually the remix is not down to intention.
Yes,
we have.
And the song actually. Let me finish. Okay, the song actually peaked, I think, number 8 in Nigeria. The total they have this chart. This is called turntable chart. They calculate the charts on everything. And he picked number 8 in Nigeria. If you were him and you want to do a remix, which country would you pick the artist from?
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
And then gone are the days when a Nigerian artist hits here, he blows over the world. When they used to treat Ghana like they still do. They
Yeah,
treat Ghana
they
like
still do come.
one
Yeah.
of their states.
Yeah.
Gone were the days. Yeah, they treat Ghana like Abuja or Lagos. So when the artists come, blows here and then like someone like Victor Eddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Spyro, right?
Spyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spyro was
Yeah,
here.
before.
He went to Nigeria. No, who's your guy?
your guy?
Everywhere.
He was there.
Exactly. Gone were those days. So. But then now, if you should look at an artist like Camido, Black Sheriff, Kiddy with oh yeah,
Okay, Mayekun.
yes. After he did that remix and everything, he went international.
Just recently, he said that was the song which changed his life.
Yes, he went international.
Yeah.
So it has the table has shifted
Okay.
to there. So now when you get there, you get an international focus because Afrobeat it's assumed Nigeria.
Nigerian. Okay. So one thing that I was telling my colleagues in the newsroom when I was getting prepared for this show was I tried Olive the Boy, Good Sin, and it came out as a song by a Nigerian singer.
Yes.
I was like, what?
They are claiming everything.
Well, it's the information that's put out there.
Right.
Song by, that's the very first thing you see. I was so song by a Nigerian singer, blah, blah, blah. I was like, how is that?
But actually, the average
The average person would think he's Nigerian.
Observation, the average Nigerian doesn't care about where you come from. My head, my neck, people think he's a Nigerian. He's a Sierra Leone.
Maybe Jay-Z knows people think he's Nigerian.
Yes.
Okay.
They actually don't care. Hannah, like we are too
We are
much.
obsessed with them. It's the obsession. It's the obsession. Because
Really?
Like the moment you and I think we are able to figure out who a Nigerian is, who a Liberian is. When I hear a Liberian picture, I know this guy is a Liberian.
Okay, Tosca, you hold on. Let's go for our final break. When we come back, we wrap it up with the songs that are potential hits in the coming months. You can say this is an intimate review. Come back from the break. It's an intimate review. We've got a few minutes to wrap it up. I still have Bright ASHONG KATAI in the studio and also Eric Tosca. We're talking about your hit songs and how they got up there. So we have, we've talked about Good Sin, we've talked about Terminator and all that. Asida has also been doing the magic. So just before we go, I'm just going to give everybody like a minute, 2 minutes to talk about potential songs that they see to become hit songs in the coming months, the ones that have been released, recently, and what artists should do to make sure that their songs stay up there. Let me start with you, Bright.
Okay, so potential hits, I would say Kiddy's latest release, and Everything Blacko. He's actually had even leaked songs becoming hits.
Okay.
Songs are making. But then for what artists would have to do to get traffic for their songs or get hits, I think the first thing they would have to do, as we've already said, is the intentionality.
Okay.
And it will start from the studio and getting the product right, because when you have quality, it's easy to work with quality. Get a budget, find good people like TOSCAR who know the ins and outs of industry.
This guy.
No, but then who is working for you? Because the industry, right, like it treads on manipulations and social interaction. So if a TOSCAR is taking your song to a DJ, the probability that a DJ will play it is higher than you taking it yourself. Then one thing they miss out is...
Let me come in small. I don't take songs to DJs for free. They take me.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that they should get a budget and find someone like a TOSCAR.
Sure. Okay.
And also, you see, one thing they miss out is how they release songs. When in releasing songs, TOSCAR was mentioning something that when King Promise song was being released, he heard the song on radio, but then he couldn't get access to it on the DSP. Yeah. As a young act, how you release song really matters. You should even target releasing it months or like weeks. You should distribute it weeks before the day of release. What it does is the number of pre-saves you get actually feeds the song into the algorithm for editors to see and the algorithm to even pitch you into playlists. When TOSCAR had a glimpse of King Promise's song, you search for it. The number of times you search for it, the algorithm or the curator looks at, why are they looking for this song? What's so special about the song. So as soon as it drops, it goes on. Yeah.
Okay. TOSCAR.
All right.
Wrapping up in a minute.
Yeah, with the songs, it will be quite, yes, like Black Holes, Simmer Down and Yaya. Yeah, I have an artist called Brazzy. His songs also. Yeah, Where's Your Love? So I'll put it there. Honorable mention to him. Liquor.
Okay.
I see it's picking up. It's doing well. And Kiddie, going back to the Kiddie we know. Because I lied was like, yo.
That's the purpose. The purpose
Honestly, I didn't like I lied.
Okay.
Because he lied.
Material.
I didn't like it. So I see Liquor also. And then there's this new guy, Kusia Meuga.
Okay.
Kusia Meuga.
Yeah.
Prepare. He has a song.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that,
Yeah. Prepare. Yes. But unfortunately for him, I feel like he because his song is not too melodic.
He may not really catch the attention.
It is not, but it might take time and it might get there. Yes. And he has said everything about promotion.
Right. So, yeah.
All right, so there you have it. Many thanks for joining us today, Bright. ASHONG KATAI, right?
Yeah.
Blogger, music researcher. Thank you for coming here. TOSCAR, same. He brings lots of artists into the studio, but today he was on the table of life. Big shouts to everyone who watched. My name is Desi Fadian, the Star Boy, and of course I was here with.
I'm Helen Anyowejan. You can call me Helen K.
Have a great weekend. We are back on Monday. Same on this table. Up next is News Flash, and Shadrach Kodamejari is standing by with the latest. See you. Have a great weekend. We're out.